video, I'm going to give you an overview of Amanda to help you find your way around and introduce you to some of the features and the way Amanda works. When you first log into Amanda, you'll usually see the Getting Started page, and some of the areas I'd like to point out to you are as follows. This area around here, these are important tasks that it is a good idea to do when you first start using Amanda, but I'm not going to cover that today because you will find separate tutorial videos on all of these subjects. As you can see from here, we do also offer individual training sessions via online webinars. If you're interested in booking onto one of the webinars, please give us a call on 01483 802 030, or alternatively you can send us an email using the email address training@amandaonline.co.uk. On this part of the Getting Started screen, you'll see how many days are remaining before you need to subscribe, and if you wish to subscribe to Amanda or renew your subscription, all you need to do is click on this button. This is a little video that was put together a while back and just gives you an overview of the sort of things Amanda can do. And down here, this is Melissa. She is the head of customer support, and if you want to contact customer support, you can send an email by clicking on this link, or alternatively you can access our help system by clicking up here. However, I'm not going to cover help today because you will find that is the subject of a separate tutorial. Like most software applications, to move around Amanda we have a menu system, and as you'll see at the top, these are the main menu options. If you click on an option, you'll see another menu will pull down, and wherever you see the chevron, you'll find that there are further options below that. And when you finally see an option that you want to go into, all you need to do is select it. Now, this is the company information screen, and it's indicative of what we call the contact type screens. And what you'll see on a contact type screen is on the left hand side you'll see some very general information, and in this particular case it's the contact screen for the company itself, and my company is called ABC Limited. On the right hand screen you can see across the top here lots of different tabs, and if I move through these tabs you'll see that various other options will appear. And again, this is standard throughout all of the contact type screens. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the customer screen, and again below you'll see another line of tabs has opened up where again there's all sorts of different information that you can put in for your customers. At the top of all the screens you'll see options that you can, or buttons that you can press. In this case we've got a save button, and I would point out that whenever you work on Amanda the data is not saved automatically. We leave it up to you to make that decision, so if you make any changes remember to press save. Taking a quick look around Amanda, you will see, as well as the company screen, which is all to do with things that relate to the company, we've got an accounting menu, a sales menu, a stock control menu, and a help menu. So what I'm going to do now is going to show you some of the different types of ways of accessing records. Now the main external records that we hold in the system are for customers and suppliers, and what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to show you how to access an individual customer. So from the accounting menu, click Customers, Customer, Customer List. Now the customer list will show you a list of all the customers currently set up in Amanda, and the same principle applies for the employee list and the supplier list too. To access an individual customer, all you need to do is to select it from the list. So if I click on Customer X, which is my example customer, you will see another contact screen will open up, and this time it's for that specific customer. Now within this screen you can access all the records for this particular customer. So for example, if I click on Customer Invoices, you can see a list of all the invoices for this particular customer. So each one of these is an individual record. These little indicators here show you the status of the records, whether they're validated, draft, closed, locked, or whatever. But for the moment I'm not going to dwell on that too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just mention the fact that if you want to create a new invoice, you can create it from here. There is another way of accessing customer invoices, for example, and to do that, if I go on Customers and Invoices and then choose the debtor list, you can see here I have invoices for many customers. Now, I can actually create a new invoice from here, but if I do it from here, this time I need to select my customer. And to select a customer, all you need to do is enter the first letter of their name, and you'll be given a drop-down list showing all customers who begin with that letter. Click on the customer, and then as soon as you start to create a record, you will see the details are automatically populated in respect of the customer's address. To add records, to add new records, you can either do it from the individual invoice, you can do it from the debtors list, or you can do it from a menu option, Customers, Invoices, New Customer Invoice. So again, there's lots of ways to use Amanda. It really depends on how you're working, how you like to work, what you're trying to do, and so on. One last thing I want to show you about Amanda is a really useful feature which is illustrated across the top here. And what happens with Amanda, as you open up a page, so for example we've got an invoice there, we've got a debtors list there, we've got the customer records there, unless you actually close these, they're all available to you. Now, this can be really useful when you're making changes, putting in data and so on, because you can flip from one to the other really easily. To close any of these, all you need to do is click on this little X button here, or to close all of them, all you need to do is click on there. Now lastly, I'd like to show you a feature in Amanda that's available everywhere where you see one of these little underlines here. So for example, if I click on here, I will actually click on that individual invoice. If I click on here, I will enter the individual customer. So can you see that's changed? And as I move around, the tab titles will be placed up there so you can see which particular customer you're working on, or whether you're working on yourself, or whether you're working on the debtors list, and so on. So lastly, if you want to close all of these, you can press the X button, and if you actually want to log out of Amanda, you can click the X button there.